is Passover.
Yeah.
And we just read about Passover. What are the odds? So although last week on Shabbat we read the 5th parsha of the book of Leviticus, today we roll back the Torah to Exodus chapters 33 and 34. So on holidays, the rabbis of the Mishnah and the Talmud veer from the regular march of our weekly Torah readings to include biblical passages that correlate to the themes of the holiday celebrations. So the rabbis of the Midrash, in Midrash Rabbah, also matched 5 scrolls in the book of writings, Ketuvim, together. So there's something called the 5 Megillot, the 5 scrolls, and let's see how many we can get. Okay, the 5 Megillot. Anybody? Start. It's not actually. So we start with, on Shavuot, read the book of Ruth. And on Tisha B'Av, which is a crying holiday, when we mourn the destruction of the temple, we read Lamentations, because it's a good time to lament. On Sukkot, we read about Ecclesiastes, why is everything the way that it is, right? Because we're in an unstable place in our Sukkot during that time. Purim, we read the book of Esther, right, for obvious reasons. And during Passover, we read the Song of Songs, because the rabbis already bundled those five Megillot together by the 2nd century. And a little farther out, they match them to all these different holidays. So we have a treat tonight. I think perhaps that many of you have not heard the Song of Songs, either recently or ever. So tonight, our Hebrew 3 class is going to chant some excerpts and read some English and Hebrew to the Song of Songs, so we can all familiarize ourselves. We had a lovely time, or I had a lovely time, learning the Song of Songs with the Hebrew 3 class. In fact, what we do is we read the 8 chapters of the Song of Songs, and everybody took a line, translated, and then Miriam actually chanted the lines that she read. So we went through and had a very comprehensive, it took us, how many months? It took us months. We did it very thoroughly. And a lot of what was fun was the fact that a majority of the main protagonist is a female. So we were getting to read in conjugated verbs that we don't normally get to see elsewhere in the Torah. So for our Hebrew class, that was super fun. I don't know if it would be super fun for everybody else, but it was super fun for us. So let's see. Yes, feminine verbs. Okay, so the rabbis traditionally understand the Song of Songs to represent the intensity of love between God, who is represented by the shepherd in the poem, and the people of Israel, who are represented by the shepherdess in the poem. So there's a male character, there's a female character. On the surface, it looks like a very romantic poem about lovers, but the rabbis knew that it was really about God's feeling for Israel and Israel's feeling for God. So it can certainly be understood in myriad ways, and scholars will go back and forth about it. However, if we take the rabbi's interpretation seriously, it gives us a clue as to why we're reading it on Passover. Because during this holiday, we are commemorating the great love between God, that God showed to the children of Israel in bringing us out from slavery and into freedom and into connection with the Torah. So I now invite the Hebrew 3 class. Valerie Durbin, Miriam Youngerman, and Susan Fetterman will be joining us on Zoom. And there's even a part for you guys. You guys can come up. There's even a part for you guys. at the very, very end. I will cue you, but it's on the second to last page in your handout, and you'll know when it's coming because it says Miriam, and she will be chanting for the last time in Hebrew. And I'll cue you, and you can do that. So, yeah, it's just one button. You don't have to hold it for a long time. And actually, why don't you just take here.
Hello?
There we go, we got you.
Hina yafa rayati, hina yafa, inai yonim, hinacha yafer dodi afnaim, af arseinu ra'anana. Co-wrote Batinu Harazim Rahitenu Berotim. Ah, you are fair, my darling. Ah, you are fair with your dove-like eyes. And you, my beloved, are handsome, beautiful indeed. Our couch is in a bower. Cedars are the beams of our house, cypresses the rafters. Ani avaselet hasharon shoshanat ha'amakim keshoshana ben hachohim ken rayati ben habanot. I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. Like a lily among thorns, so is my darling among the maidens. Like an apple tree among trees of the forest, so is my beloved among the youths. I delight to sit in his shade, and his fruit is sweet to my mouth. He brought me to the banquet room, and his banner of love was over me. Sustain me with raisin cakes, refresh me with apples, for I am faint with love. His left hand was under my head, his right arm embraced me. I adjure you, O maidens of Jerusalem, by gazelles or by hinds of the field, do not wake or rouse love until it please. Hark, my beloved, there he comes, leaping over mountains, bounding over hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or like a young stag. There, he stands behind our wall, gazing through the window, peering through the lattice.
My beloveds spoke thus to me. Arise, my darling, my fair one, come away. For now the winter is past, the rains are over and gone. The blossoms have appeared in the land. The time of pruning has come. The song of the turtle dove is heard in our land. The green figs form on the fig tree. The vines in blossom give out fragrance. Arise, my darling, my fair one, come away. Oh, my dove, in the cranny of the rocks, hidden by the cliff, let me see your face. Let me hear your voice. For your voice is sweet, and your face is comely. Catch us the foxes, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, for our vineyard is in blossom. My beloved is mine, and I am his, who browses among the lilies. When the day blows gently, and the shadows flee, set out, my beloved, swift as a gazelle or a young stag, for the hills of spices. I am my beloved's, and his desire is for me. Come, my beloved, let us go into the open. Let us lodge among the henna shrubs. Let us go early to the vineyards. Let us see if that vine has flowered, if its blossoms have opened. If the pomegranates are in bloom, there I will give my love to you. The mandrakes yield their fragrance. At our doors are all choice fruits, both freshly picked and long stored, have I kept, my beloved, for you.
So we're going to read after Miriam reads. She's reading her final Hebrew, and then it will be our turn. Get ready.
היושבת בגנים, חברים, מקשיבים לקולך, השמיעיני, ברא דודי, ולמלאכה לצבי, לעופר חיילים, על הרי ושמים.
Together. O you who linger in the garden, a lover is listening. Let me hear your voice. Hurry, my beloved, swift as a gazelle or a young stag, to the hills of spices. Doesn't it sound exactly like it's between God and Israel? No. Thank you so much, Miriam and Valerie and Susan. You did such a great job. It's been such a joy learning with you.
We survived.
Thank you. And I give a virtual hug to Susan.